passed, you see. My wife is hooking me up with some very sporty ones, I'm sure. Before I read this, I wanted to say a couple of things about our life for Taylor. We were so very blessed in so many ways. Because when Taylor was little and growing up, and same with Jessica and Venus and Austin, because of my work, I was there a lot, and I got to know my children. And Taylor really never left home. He died in a home. And we were very fortunate to have him with us so much. And to love him as we were able to. We were very, very, very blessed for that. I'm so glad he never got on his feet and out of the house. But anyway, I wrote this up. Doesn't say it all, but it says something. Maxwell Taylor Renshaw. I thought it would look good on a business card. Named him after Max, my childhood hero, the kid in the wolf suit from Where the Wild Things Are. I still have the book. Anyway, most everybody called him Taylor from the get-go when he was born on January 13, 1987. But he did like being called Maxwell in certain circles. He was the sweetest baby and toddler you ever saw. We were all so in love. It was the best time of our lives. We were blessed in that my work gave me days to spend with Tammy and the kids. Then I'd kiss them goodnight and head off to some den of iniquity to ply my trade, leaving the best mom in the biz to hold down the fort. Therefore, we all got to know each other and bond in meaningful ways. I don't believe they ever broke though. Maybe a little strained sometimes as we all go through trials. He attended to Homeless School District, where he made many friends and grew up right here in Maple Valley. When he was 16, his brother Austin from my first marriage was a victim of a still unsolved King County homicide. This was very dramatic for us and propelled Taylor into drug use during the OxyContin epidemic, which became the heroin epidemic, to which he turned. Addiction was relentless, driving him to compromise his integrities in ways he nor we could have ever imagined. During this time, he met Andrea, Aiden's mother. They fell in love and deep into addiction together. After Aiden was on the way, they tried to clean up. Taylor got incarcerated, and we cared for Andrea when Aiden was born and beyond. Eventually, realizing she was unable to care for him, Andrea thoughtfully signed custody of Aiden over to Tammy and I. We have cared for him since. Though Taylor struggled very hard to stay clean and would go many months doing well, it seemed to rear its ugly head eventually. Then, on this last St. Patrick's Day, he overdosed in our home, and thank God he brought home Narcan, an antidote, to save his life, and it saved his life. That was the last time he used opiates. I met with the King County medical examiner, and I'm proud to say for Taylor, as they were the biggest struggle in his life, there were no opiates in his system. Taylor suffered terribly from sleep apnea, and his official cause of death was lack of oxygen in the brain. He was also taking Suboxone as prescribed, a drug that stops opiate cravings, though it also is a respiratory inhibitor and likely contributed to his demise. Let
this apnea, and contributed to his demise. Let this, and did I mention his sleep apnea in there? Okay. It was horrible. He had horrible, horrible sleep apnea. We'd just wait for him to breathe again. It was so scary. But anyway, let this be a caution to anybody who suffers from sleep apnea and or uses opiates or Suboxone. It is a respiratory inhibitor, and it can take your life, just like heroin or anything else, even though he was using it as prescribed. Taylor was always a kind and gentle soul. We all create facades for different roles we play in our lives to hide our insecurities and our perceived weaknesses, which are usually our greatest strengths, though we are generally painfully unaware. This was part of his struggle as well. Thankfully, both he and his father, who was in the same boat, thankfully for both he and his father was in the same boat, music came to the rescue. He was like a duck in water when it came to music. A father generally wants better for his son than he was able. So I am very proud of his awesomeness. He practiced one lick for hours and hours on end, but man, he'd nail it to the wall before he quit. He became proficient on guitar, bass, drums, songwriting, vocals. I have never worked with a better harmony singer. We'd locked it up when we sang together. He could sing with anybody and tell them their parts too. He was awesome. He also worked for our neighbors. They have Rosero's cabinetry shop. He was there on and off for many years and learned a lot doing so. He delivered Frankie's awesome pizzas, worked for Element Car Wash, roofed houses with his cousin JJ and Ron, and following his entrepreneurial spirit, started selling whatnots online. He and his son Aiden would peruse the thrift stores with Google in hand to find surprisingly valuable things for cheap, and then make keen profits from time to time. Taylor's love of his life was his son Aiden. He was an awesome dad, as you will see in the video. They were so in love and spent very quality time together. Taylor shared his imagination, love of nature and music, and countless music, and awesome sense of goofy, and countless other attributes generously with him. He has left us the most precious gift God can give, and we will take care of it. We intend to keep his daddy's memory and desires for him paramount as we navigate this very changed future for us all. In conclusion, Taylor would be very touched to see all who are in attendance and who sent so many condolences, help to support our family emotionally, practically, and financially through this very tough season. On behalf of Taylor and our entire family, thank you. God bless you all very much.